let's go ahead and start. Thank you all for joining us tonight on this Monday, January 20th. This is officially the first meeting of 2025. Happy Martin Luther King's Day. We appreciate everyone who's joining us tonight. And we have a few topics that we want to go over tonight. So let's go ahead and get started with that. In about 10-15 minutes, we'll go ahead and do roll calls. I still have a few iPhones, so please make sure that you let me know in the chat that you're here. If you're signing as iPhone or tablet or anything other than your name or your company name, so that I can include you on the list for your chance of winning the $300 at the end of the meeting. Please remember that you still have to be in the meeting whenever we call the name. If you don't respond or let us know that you're still here, then we will go ahead and move on to pull another name. So it is important that you stay until the end of the meeting for your chance to win the $300. Everyone will still be getting the 3 points for joining tonight. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and let Peter start with our meeting.
Yes, happy Monday, and yes, happy Martin Luther King's Day. Today, I would say, was a great day to celebrate in many different ways. Yes, but I got 3 topics that I want to talk to you about today. And the first one, just to kind of run down the market update a little bit. Yes, there's not too much change since last week, with except all of the anticipation of what's going to happen really, really soon. If you remember, we had I spread a freight waves report right after election day on that Friday. And there were 3 things that they were saying, 3 big things that they were saying that's related specifically to trucking industry that will make a big difference for us. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on those specific things. Yes, and if you look at the screen, there's a graph here showing on the forecast from RXO, which used to be Coyote Logistics. Yes, I mean, you definitely see that the market has been doing this upward thing, and we're feeling it in many ways. After the holidays, it went up on the supply and demand index a little bit. I mean, it went up all the way, then went down, but it didn't drop too much. We're still more overall than what we were before. So just like what this is showing. And I really like this snapshot from FreightWaves. They just came out with a new screen for reefers and vans. It's like a big snapshot of just the market. And if this is a reefer specifically, if you see capacity right here, we're at 15.37 supply and demand index. If you look at the graph, this is what I meant. You see how right before the end of the year, it went up quite high, all the way to 22%, around 22% on the reefer, and then it dropped, and then it went up again over holidays. And right now we're at over the New Year's, and then we're at 15.38, which is big deal because if you remember, just earlier this year, I mean, we were we were in the single digits basically on this. And I think this report specifically, or FreightWave specifically says that if we're under 6% of supply and demand index, we're pretty much in a very losing territory for trucking, because that's where the market is very, very soft. And so again, we're at 15 on the reefer, and if you look here on the van, this is a van. I just switched over to van. Yes, it shot up close to 9. I think it went up. It barely touched a 10% over the Christmas holiday, and then it went down a little bit, but now we're at 7.16 as of right now, which again is higher than 6%. And historically speaking, when we're talking about 2021, 22, the highs for these numbers is usually in 2030s and more. I mean, we will see those highs again as we, get into this year, very, very likely, because as we know, it's all based on supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. So let me talk to you about those three things that the report talked about: supply and demand. After the election, one of them was the clearinghouse that came out on November 18th, 2024, and we had about 177,000 drivers who pretty much lost their CDLs overnight on that day. And if you don't know what that is, check it out. Yes, but there's been a lot of news about it and stuff like that. Yes, but that is good for everybody that's here, obviously, because the capacity has shrunk because of that. And then second thing, this was very interesting. I did not expect this at all. And I actually found a report from September 21st, which talks about News Nation, showed this report that immigrants were self-deporting. And this is from September 2024, because right before the election even happened for Trump. And the reason why that's significant per that report from FreightWaves is because according to Bureau of Labor of Statistics, about 20% of the truck drivers are immigrants. And yes, a lot of them are legal, but there is truth to this, that some of them are allowed to drive with out of country, like some other international CDL version type of driver license. So you don't even have to go, you can just come in. I mean, not everywhere, obviously. In Texas, that's not allowed, but some states do this, where you can come fly in from any other country and get into truck and so forth. So any of that, type of reduction in the capacity will be very, very big help, for everybody that's here. And I think we've seen that. We've seen the tightening little by little, even before the inauguration. So yes, those were the two big things that's been happening, and we most likely will have, this more deportation and all of that. Like, we will see how all that plays out after this inauguration, but I'm pretty sure that the capacity will be shrinking more and more, which is good for us. Again, if you look at this screen right now, this is just to show you. This is real news. I mean, I was shocked when I saw that, but anyway. And then next up is obviously the political change. I was shocked that it was only listing it as second or third, option, but it's true. I mean, politics do affect economy, but that's not the only thing that affects. I mean, supply and demand is based on a lot of different factors. But when it comes to politic change, obviously there's a big change today. Trump has officially been inaugurated, and the biggest thing why this is so important for us is that he signed over 200 executive actions today, which obviously, it's probably going to take some time for everybody to really understand what that really means, what has changed. I mean, but you basically think like this. You're a big ship, like United States is a big, huge ship sailing on the ocean, going like this straight forward towards whatever Bidenomic economy that it was, and then on this day, I mean, you pretty much like all of a sudden it's just changed trajectory. It wasn't slow, it wasn't gradual. I mean, it was pretty much like that, which is basically what's going to happen most likely. It's probably going to take some time, maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe at least a week for all the news to spread on what exactly has changed. But me specifically, what I'm really looking at or expecting when it comes to energy, I mean, Trump mentioned this many times again, and before the first time when he was in the office, we had fuel that was close to $1 a gallon. I even have a picture in Oregon. It was 98 cents or something like that. So per gallon. This was 4 years ago. I think that as the fuel drops, because of the supply and demand, how it works, I mean, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it goes. Obviously, dropping fuel is good for us because of the expense and the savings on expense of operational cost. But also historically, we're talking about, the cost of trucking has went up so much. I mean, insurance, tires, trucks, I mean, just every single way. Inflation has been going really, really high. I mean, we're talking about in double digits since, just 4 years ago. So I think that regardless of, where it's going to balance, it's going to take some time for it to kind of balance itself out. But I would say that the energy cost dropping, that will help a lot for the inflation not to go out of control too much. But again, we will see as we go forth into it. Yes, I think energy, executive orders, anything around energy will make a direct impact for us, and probably the fastest or the closest impact for us. Yes, the most instant, because if all of those oil fields are open, you're talking about a lot of truckers exiting the over the road and starting going to oil fields and so forth. So that's, of course, there's not that many of us already eligible to be able to have CDL and all of that. So if we spread out because there's more work, just with that alone, I mean, that's going to make a huge impact, because there's not going to be enough enough trucks or drivers to cover those loads that's over the road. And then obviously as we go into the summer, as we go into spring, we will most likely see the harvest and all of that other stuff. But I would say that there's going to be a huge supply and demand, towards truckers' favor in the next, couple of weeks, maybe couple of months. I mean, it has very, very high chance that by summer we'll be roaring like we have been, during those good years. And that's really what I've been waiting on. Like, when are we going to get that boom, right? Like every single one of those cycles that I've seen, at least according to the maps, like you always see a boom, like the thing goes up like this trajectory. And we just haven't seen that yet, but it has been going upward, but we haven't seen the boom yet. So it's definitely going to happen this year. It's definitely going to happen, probably this quarter or before summer sometime. So stay tuned. And yes, just really, really excited to see, what's going to happen and continue. Here at PDP, we have awesome tools to help you to actually drive and make money. Like, have you heard about Dispatch AI, right? You see what I did there? I mean, Dispatch AI, we've been talking about this already for some time. And we did a test run with my retired dad. He's in 70s. And he did this trip, if you see. And he did pretty good. I mean, he worked out of the 70 hours in that week, he only worked like 36 hours. And he did this drive round, and he made, because of his operational expense, I think it was like 12 or 1300 or something like that for the fixed expense that he had per week, specifically in that case. With the fuel, after fuel, I mean, he stays pretty good with fuel. I mean, he has about 20% on the fuel to gross ratio on average, which a lot of you guys do too. And if you have more than 20%, I mean, definitely something's wrong. You got to think about it. I mean, something either up with your loads or something's up with your truck. But there's no reason why it needs to be, you know, in 30s and 40s. Yes, but he made over $2,000 that week from net. I mean, I'm talking about cash that he got into his bank account based on this trip 1 week. And I mean, you can easily do this right now. And again, he's a 70-year-old man. You know, so I mean, everybody or a lot of you, I would say all of you guys are much younger than that. And there's no way why you should be below, you know, that standard. You know, like if you're making less than $4,000, I'm talking about a van, you know, on average every week. I mean, there's just absolutely no reason, you know, why you shouldn't be using the Dispatch AI, because Dispatch AI, what it does, it basically seeks the best performing lanes for you to go to. And if you're not, bottom line, I've spoke too much about it. If you don't know what it is, think about it, talk to the office. Meredith and Cynthia, they can hook you up with it. Yes, but it's a very, very good tool. The whole point of what we're trying to answer, or when we're asking and answering ourselves with this Dispatch AI goal, is you know, you don't even have to have dispatch experience. Okay, who cares if you don't have it? I mean, a lot of you, all of you guys already have some experience, but you don't even need to have experience in dispatch. And then the question is, like, what is the next load? You know, which direction should I book a load to, right? And then for self-dispatched owner-operators in mind, like, this is built for you guys. You know, this is a great tool that you can use to actually
maximize your profits.
Yes, thank you. Maximize or optimize, optimize, maximize, what I was looking for, your profits, you know, when it comes to trucking. And this is good tool even during good years. Because I've seen in 2021 and 22, a lot of guys just settled. I mean, that was so sad. Like, if you, during the good years, you should be making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. If you're not, that's because you're not using the tool. Like, this is one of the best things that came out from all of this downturn Bidenomics season in the last 4 years, Dispatch AI. So it's definitely going to help you. Yes. Okay, we're almost wrapping it up. Before we get to the last part of the prizes and all, I just want to go through the messages really quick.
Charles Brumer was asking, do you have any recommendation for a small business line of credit?
I will say that right now, because of how the economy is, I mean, obviously the best ones would be if you were go to the bank, but bank's just not doing it right now.
That's what Jason said.
Yeah.
He suggested use well-known banks for loans.
Yeah. But it's all case by case for you. I would say definitely, you know, if you have a family member that could help you with that, that's one way. But I would say that with everything that's happening in the trucking, and that's about to happen this year, I would strongly suggest that you don't even need that. Okay, you don't even need a loan. But I will say that in trucking or anything that we're about to see, I mean, for all of you guys that are here, focus on specifically how to succeed in, you know, financially. If you can profit every week, this is the key, guys. If you can profit every week, you know, it has to do with budgeting. Okay, as we get into the good years, you can actually get yourself out of this, and it will be enough to fill all the potholes that you've buried yourself into if you did. Okay, but that's the thing when it comes to you know, trucking, all of these cycles, right? We're not gonna see this type of bad cycle until probably in 2030s, according to, you know, my calculations and so forth in the market cycles. But you have to understand that just by bearing yourself into debt during the good years, that's not a good thing either. I mean, a lot of the guys who went into debt, high debt during 21, they were the first ones to get out of business. Okay, you have to make sure your budgeting works right now. If you can make your budgeting work right now, you will profit really, really good during the good years. But even during good years, you have to remember, all of this lesson that you just went through, this year, last year and so forth, like, you cannot let it go in vain. This is priceless experience that you've gotten that they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you in colleges. Nobody teaches you this type of stuff. You can only experience this. Remember how it felt last year and go with that into this year, into next year. And this is how you get really rich in trucking or any industry, because you remember what it felt like, what it was, with all of that heartache, in a bad market, and you do not waste that money when it's in a good market. You put it aside. You build yourself a nest egg. Okay, you build yourself up and you set yourself up for the next cycle, because I will guarantee you, whoever says, it's always going to be like this, once it's good, no. It's going to be, the statement is, I had an uncle a long time ago. He had this picture on the kitchen, in the kitchen. It says, it will never be like this all the time. Yeah, there you go. It will never be like this all the time. That statement is true during good years and bad years. When you're in a bad year, when you're just hard, barely making it, it's true. It will not be like this all the time. And then when it's good times, the statement is true again. It will not be like this all the time. So you have to prep yourself constantly. And with learning how to navigate these cycles, you can actually get yourself up there. In trucking, I'm just putting it out there. I started with one truck. Okay, none of it, I was not given anything freely. I come from a large family, and my dad was barely making it to support 10 kids. I was one of them. And the only thing he gave me was knowledge how to get CDL license. That's it. Everything else, it's not that hard. You can get, some of you guys are thinking about, I'm sure, I'm just going to put it out there, okay? I'm sure that some of you guys think, well, Trump's in the office, we're going to get back to what we had 21, and in some ways that's maybe true. But hey, I need to get another truck and another truck. I'm going to have a fleet. Okay, whoa. Stop the horse. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. You cannot do that. You cannot do that with, if you just took all of the experience that you came and you just throwing it out, and now now I need to get into debt. Now I need to do, I'm going to spend all of this, and then I'm going to get drivers. I'm not going to work. I'm just going to sit on the couch, watch TV, and all of this money is going to be piling up. No, I'm sorry. That's not how it works. This experience that you got in yourself in the last year, the major thing that you got out of this lesson, or you should have got out of this lesson if you haven't, is self-control. Okay? And also planning. Budgeting is planning. Planning is budgeting. If you do not know how to budget right now, if you cannot make one truck profit, 2 trucks will be twice the problem. Think about this. So, bottom line, yes, you can use these cycles to multiply your growth. You can get yourself in a much accelerated position, much better position with acceleration in this next cycle, but only if you pre-plan okay, pre-plan, only if you budget. And again, I mean, debt, okay, I'm not Dave Ramsey type of style guy where, you know, he says absolutely no debt, you know, maybe for personal, but for business, you know, I would say, for me personal, I mean, this is just my personal opinion. I mean, buying trucks and trailers, okay, fine. That's not a problem. But you have to understand, you know, what risks are. You know, you have to understand that drivers, they're never going to be as invested as you are. Okay, so there's things that and there's some good drivers out there. There's some bad drivers out there. I mean, there's all of that. And yes, you can make some good money as you're getting into this year. But this is the time to be even more careful with how you do this. So, okay.
Again, we mentioned at the beginning of the meeting, this is for your chance to win $300. We picked 2 names. And so if you were here in the meeting during the first 15 minutes of the meeting, then you get into that list. But you have to stay until the end of the meeting in order for you to be able to get the $300 in case your name gets pulled. If you're not here at the time that we're calling your name, then we will move on and pick another name. So it is important that you stay until the end of the meeting. Whoever joined after past like 20 minutes of the meeting gets added to the list for points, but you do not get included on the $300. So it is important that you stay in the meeting from the beginning until the end in order for you to be able to win the $300 if your name gets pulled again. So if you want to go ahead and shuffle, because I did them in alphabetical order, and we're ready to get those names for the winners.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So again, we're selecting 2 names. It's a $300 prize, and everybody's a winner because everybody gets the 3 positive points added to their BTO card. So the first winner is oh wow! I thought it was gonna take. Congratulations, Ramon.
Congratulations, Ramon.
Okay, we need to hear from you either by text or message or
yes.
Unmute.
Ramon. Okay. Ramon, are you here? Yeah, he just said thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Congratulations. $300. Okay.
Okay.
The second winner is Jimmy.
Jimmy Bickers. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jimmy. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right on.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations, $300.
Okay, so now
Ready?
MVO.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. The next one, the next thing that we need to do, order of business, is the MVO award.
Most Valuable Owner Operator. And
So
we have 3 winners for that.
yeah, let's show this. If you don't know what it is, Myra, what is it?
So the MBO, it's a combination of your safety performance, which is 60% of that, your financial performance, which is 40%, and anyone who has DQ files, meaning that you have anything under your driver qualification files that are expired or missing, will be disqualified from winning the prizes if you're on the top 3. So it is important that you keep all of your paperwork up to date. Amanda handles all of that, and she's usually sending emails, giving you a call, sending you messages, reminding you about what's coming up for you to turn in, what's due, what you're needing to do. So please make sure that you keep up with all of that. And it's also available on your dashboard. So if you ever have a question on what's due or what is coming up next for you to do, you can always check your dashboard for that. So for the first place is going to be getting $1,000. Then we have a second place winner for $750, and our third place will be taking 250 home. So we are ready to announce those and see who the winners are for this meeting.
Ready?
I have them up. Oh,
Yep, me too.
Okay.
Okay. So the third place is,
Antoine Smith.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's $250 coming your
Yes.
way. The second place is
Terrence Spencer.
Terrence. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes, that's $750 coming your way. And the first place with $1,000, Myra.
It's Jason again.
Yeah, Jason
Congratulations,
Markovich.
Jason.
Congratulations. All right, so that's it. Thank you, guys. The next meeting.
February 17th, and it's always a Monday, and it's always at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And we'll call you and remind you the day of.
All right. Have y'all have a blessed week, month, year. Be safe out there. We pray for you always for your safety. Yes, and see you next time. If you have any other questions, contact us directly. Reach out to us directly.